Welcome back to Daytime Live. Now, as you can tell by Dufton's shirt, it's breast cancer month, and we wanted to feature some breast cancer warriors for this month. So joining us is breast cancer survivor Tina Davis. Strong body Tina, welcome. Now, Tina and
Thank
I have
you. Thank you.
history.
So good to be back with
We
you.
have
Yes,
history,
we
right, Tina?
do.
Because 2 years ago
That's
you were here, but
that's
I'll let Dufton interrogate you for a moment.
Hi,
okay.
Tina. I
Hi,
have no
doctor.
knowledge of your body, so I will say, how are you?
He doesn't know, Tina. We know.
and really, I think men, Jamaican men, we're always saying that we're so supportive of our women. We should see a lot more men wearing pink for the month, even for the month. I mean, just
Good.
if you don't want to say anything or do anything, just wear something pink. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Even the
Right.
socks. I agree.
Even
That's
some
right.
pink socks, something.
Yeah, something.
That's right.
Something. So, Tina, yes,
No,
Dufton.
no, go on.
So we had you on the show, like I said, about 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
now you are cancer-free and have been so for 3 years.
Yes, 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 yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's why we
Thank
call
you.
you strong body Tina.
Wow.
Just
That,
saying.
Tina, just tell us a story for those who missed it the first time around. I give us a quick summary. That's a quick summary.
so yeah, in late 2017, actually during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I felt a lump one day coming out of the shower, went and had it tested, and it turned out to be malignant. I did surgery latter part of that year. I opted to do a mastectomy and then went through chemotherapy for 6 months in 2018. And so, it was a difficult journey, but one that was not, I was made better because I had people to support me. And I'd seen my mother go through the same thing, so it was not something that I was not unaware of. So that's, and I'm just happy to be able to say that I'm 3 years cancer free.
Dr. just smiling away.
Listen, I like winning stories.
Yeah.
I like winning, and winning doesn't mean the end of the journey. It means just every day.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
every day. What was the most difficult part of your journey? Because you spoke to that.
Yeah, I think the most difficult was, and I think anybody to do is making sure I had an advocate, because sometimes can their own views on how you should have. For example, in my case, I was told I was a good candidate for a lumpectomy, but given my age and my mother's history, the best thing for me to me. And then in hindsight, after the surgery and the pathology, it was another lump that was not detected in prior to the surgery. And had I opted, that would not, that lump would, and so was
So
being my
Tina,
own advocate up to even when medical professionals.
Tina, just give us a little second. We're having some technical difficulties in hearing you. And this is such an important message, such an important point of view that you're giving us. I don't want to miss any of it. So we're hoping that it's just taking a minute to buffer.
Okay, sorry, now.
You know what I mean?
And,
And
while she was talking, sorry to cut you. While she was talking, to be on this journey, it is something that is not just physically be strong about, but it's the mental part of it too. The mental part of it where it is that you're aware of this place, that you're in this space. A lot of times this is new because she went through it with her mom, she saw it.
yeah,
But you can see something as much as you want, but once you
it
have
doesn't
to,
quite prepare you for it.
yeah, but when you have to walk that path,
Yeah.
then that is a whole different thing, and then it changes. And sometimes the decisions that you have to make in order to, sometimes a woman oftentimes feel less of a woman,
Yeah.
losing the part of her womanhood.
Anatomy.
Right, but it's not just, it's the part that she has lost that makes her feel less of a woman. She doesn't feel like, you know, like if a man was had to do any form of to his.
Have
he
you
would
seen
feel,
it? Have you experienced anybody that has had?
I have seen, listen, the first time I saw a woman who had to, you
Have
know,
it
do the surgery
removed.
to remove one of her breasts,
Yeah.
and I actually saw it.
How did you feel as a man? Because a lot of time, and I'm
Helpless.
just, yeah.
Like the first thing that you, like helpless. It's like, this is one of the things that is like, hey, this is what makes a, I mean, this is what you've been kind of cultured to think. This is what makes a woman a woman.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, I think Tina is back now. Tina,
Tina?
we're
Yeah,
talking about
Sorry
the,
about
the
that.
mental
I'm not
fortitude.
bringing the mic attention.
No.
We're talking about the mental fortitude.
Yeah.
You know, going through a journey like this, but, you know, what changes, what things did you implement in order to ensure that you are...
Certainly, I mean, one of the first things I did at the time was to, you know, because I did a lot of reading on my own, and I just, there's a lot of research out there to talk about the things that feed cancer, things like sugar, and things like white flour, all of those things. So going into my surgery, I kind of cut everything out for 3 months. And got my body in as alkaline a state that I could possibly get it into to allow me to be able to fight the disease. And, that was probably the best thing I could have done for myself. I will admit that since being cancer-free, I've allowed from time, we get weak and we put some of those things back into our diet. But, I have kind of re-energized myself in the last year to kind of cut those things back out and to stick to a diet and, a way of life that makes sure that my body is in a position to not have anything that would feed cancer cells, because we all have cancer cells in us.
Right.
So
Tina,
that's the best thing I've done.
Tina, like I said, you're a warrior, and I know when I call you strong body Tina, it's with the utmost respect and just like,
man.
but there are persons who are watching this now that maybe are too afraid to go get a mammogram or a screening because they're like, I don't want to know. There are
maybe they need
persons,
some support.
yeah, there are persons who may be going
And the
through
other
it
thing
right now.
The other thing I've discovered is a lot of women are just afraid of the mammogram. They've heard so many stories about how it feels when that machine pressed down on your breast. And, I always try to tell people it's a few minutes of discomfort to find out something that could save your life. And so I'd encourage everybody, women, especially once you get to the age of 40, to try to make sure that you have your annual mammograms. And for those young women who may have a history in their family, don't let people tell you wait until you're 40. Start testing before that if you can,
Excellent.
And the other thing is, if you're going through the struggle, don't be afraid to ask for help. A lot of us tend to suffer in silence because we don't want to be a burden to people. But if you need help, ask for it, because oftentimes our loved ones, our friends and family, they don't know what to say or do.
Right.
And, I know that sometimes it can feel lonely, and it's because many times people just don't know what to say, so they kind of stay away. And the other thing, and the flip side of that too, is that a lot of times there are other people who have a lot of opinions about how you should approach something.
True.
And sometimes those opinions don't work for you. So don't be afraid to let some people go too if you have to, because you can't have toxicity around you when you're trying to heal.
That's true.
Tina, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you
Good
so
point
much.
of
I'll
view
be
there.
rocking my pink for the rest of the month.
I love your shirt, Dufton. Love it.
I love my shirt.
I have
too.
on pink tuna, Tina. You just can't see it.
And Tina, on that note,
Let me
thanks
show
for
you.
sharing with
Hold
us.
on, let me-
And Data will have me right back.
Marvin said no.
But so forward, she'll be putting her pink
Marvin said no, thank you.
out where it
It's all
can.
right, we're soon.
We made